Okay, so I really want to just enjoy the rest of the weekend without any of this, but just kind of going through some screenshots that I tried to put into another shorter video, but just gonna do this here like frame for frame of what we got. So we see the crown is always in the top left-hand corner. We see the goddesses rising across the screen, okay? And we see somebody's telling how they work with crystals and teaching others how to read their astrological birth charts. Okay, so the terror of Amanda and Dahlia. Okay, so this is just people giving their reasons for why they joined the Goddesses Rising Discord server. Okay, and the crown is not only a sort of motif that follows Steph around, but it's also a technical term for a Discord server, which we'll get to when we talk about Bam and Dahlia in a second. So yeah, this is just kind of frame by frame. Let's see. Steph, but come to find out that was not the case. I don't know what that's about. Um, Here it says, oh, this is me reluctantly exiled in Massachusetts. I was born the last day of Libra many decades ago. Happy to be. So that's what's interesting is because it was the last day of Libra when everything went down, with SoFly contacting everybody to give us some kind of warning about Bryn and Casey and Discord. I'm sorry, and Reddit. Which again, that's SoFly's story to tell, and she's got plenty of channels where she can tell it. I don't know. This is somebody saying they're being turning 40 in January, and empaths spent most of life work with mental health and animals. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that's about. But anyway, it could be anyone. I mean, these are just kind of this could be some random troll. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna who's gonna question somebody who's turning 40 in January and is an empath who spent most of their life work? I mean, like anybody could say this. I mean, I was very specific. I'm from Louisiana, exiled in Massachusetts. This is my birthday. Like, like I was not trying to hide anything from anyone, which I think is the antithesis of a troll, Steph, unless you want to give us a specific definition of troll that makes me anything other than your lol's cow or whatever the kids say these days. Something Discord. Oh, downloaded Discord to be part of the tribe. Inspiration with positive vibes. But just like look at her facial expressions. I mean, I didn't intentionally try to grab it in any sort of way, but she just looks very constipated. I don't know. I mean, which fair enough. But see this here precession of the equinoxes, approximately 26,000 year cycle. I mean, it's like, girl, this is a little, it doesn't really comport with anything that's like remotely related to BJ. Like this was like it just felt like a bait and switch, to be honest, from the very start. So on October 24th, when Steph is still gallivanting wherever she's gallivanting, SoFly is concerned still. 2 days after the Reddit stuff, one day after the Brian Kuchar hearing in Georgia, and probably the day that Brittany's book was being read by BJ on YouTube all day long. And we were just trying to figure out, like, what do we do about Discord? And then sometime either later that day or the next day, BJ's like, I heard all this stuff over the weekend about Discord. Like I was preparing for court. I don't have anything to do with Discord. So why are you bothering me like on the weekend when I'm preparing for court about something that has nothing to do with me? And this is when BJ started to say that she thought this whole Discord was a setup from the get. It seemed like Steph came in, made all these videos, and then as soon as this whole pair therapeutics thing came up, I got kicked out, and then Steph was nowhere to be found. It was just extremely suspicious to everyone, I think, including SoFly, including Jamie, including Nola Lola. We were, including Illyria. We were all very suspicious. I mean, as anyone would be, as any rational person would be, because it's like, wait a minute, is this actually for BJ at all? Or is Steph some kind of like catfisher herself. For somebody who made a whole couple of videos about catfishing, it's like, girl, you got all our information, kick me out, and then disappear. I mean, I'm sorry if a bunch of y'all don't think that's suspicious, but I think it's suspicious as all hell. And she gave all our information to Michelle before she disappeared. I mean, and she entrusted things to Bryn and Michelle. And then she admits that it's like, girl, when do you realize you put other people in danger? All right, so here's Bryn. Her server was never hers. I created it. They fucked around and found out. I mean, but when people tell you who they are, believe them the first time. Bryn was using this hashtag fuck around and find out all along. So I was on guard. I was on guard because I knew she was a no nonsense, take no prisoners kind of person. But in fairness to everyone, yes, Bryn created the server. Did Steph pay Bryn? I don't know. Probably not. Therefore, unless there was some kind of a contract that says this is an irrevocable gift, it probably had some conditions attached that Steph would not, breach people's trust the way Steph did. Okay. And so again, I had really no skin in this game, really. I mean, I was only on Discord out of like what I thought was necessity. So I had created my own little backup Discord server, which is not a copycat. It was a backup for all my stuff because I just had a feeling somebody was gonna, grab and extract and extort all the stuff I had given to Steph. And quite frankly, that feeling was 1,000% correct. Okay. So that's why I started the Bam and Dahlia server. It wasn't to compete with Steph. It was to protect myself, my intellectual property as much as I could. But all the stuff I gave to Steph that she was supposed to put into videos and give to BJ and all this stuff, she is using that to try to extort BJ right now. And it is abominable. Abominable. So this woman goes by Illyria Sand, and she was all up in BJ's chat for years, I thought. She uses a different avatar, but I'm just saying this is Illyria Sand. But her first name is not Illyria and her last name is not Sand. And I'm not going to say anything about it because I've already forgotten this woman's actual government shit. But Jamie has it, Michelle has it, everybody has it. And I didn't dox you or anyone else, Illyria Sand. I did not. I trusted you to get rid of my server because I thought you were on BJ's side, not on frickin' Steph's. Maybe you were following Steph longer than you were following BJ because, like you said, I mean, Steph's had a channel for 12 years. BJ's only had a channel for like what, 4 years, 5 years, maybe. So maybe you found BJ through Steph, and if so, my bad, my bad. I thought you were cool, but you're a grown ass woman, so am I. So I'm putting your face out there in case you've grown ass womaned all over anybody else the way you did all over me. Okay, because I gave you the crown, the technical, administrative crown in my server, and apparently it's still out there, and I'm now persona non grata, and you probably took everything in my server and recorded conversations with me to give to Steph to make this hit piece on me. Classy. No, the opposite of classy. So when I asked Jamie for some kind of inspiration to move forward, she had said that she'd created her own server, called it Lion, for a few reasons. One, because she loves animals. Two, because Lion is part of like Dandelion, which is one of Dahlia's channels. And then because Proverbs 28 verse 1 proclaims, the wicked flee though no one pursues, but the righteous are bold as a lion. So what I want to say is, Steph fled and then I fled. But Jamie stuck around. Brendan stuck around. Illyria stuck around. Apparently Nola Lola stuck around. Apparently a lot of people stuck around. I fled because I was I really felt like Discord was going to be the death of me. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I really, really thought like somebody, I mean, I grew up in a place where a hit is like, you know, $100. Like it does not take much to pop somebody and them never to be seen again. So when I knew all these people had my information and were attacking me from all angles of the internet, and that the reason they had my information was because Steph had shared it with people I didn't even know and didn't even communicate with. Now, some people had my information because I shared it with them personally. And did they repeat my information? No, they did not. I had no idea until very recently that it was Michelle that Steph had entrusted with all of our information. And nobody seems to be angry with Steph about that or Michelle about that. They all seem to be angry with me when I didn't even have the information and still don't have the information, except little tricklets that Jamie has shared with me. Okay. And then this hostile witness thing, I just feel like both Jamie and Brennan were backed into a corner by Lima. And they took the bait, and I think they both regret it. But I think it was the way Steph and I both treated them, and no direct communication from BJ. Okay. Um, Apparently it sounds like BJ has not communicated directly with Steph or SoFly or Nola Lola or Jamie or Brendan. I mean, we know she did send something to Jamie because it's been posted all over the internet about hope you get the mental health help you need, because I think Jamie was showing signs of extreme PTSD after this whole debacle. All right, so somebody sent me this anonymously yesterday. I guess they had commented on one of the videos, and I'm pretty sure this person had been in the Discord. Let's read what they have to say. Steph hid the comment I left on her video. Sad face. I thought it was a glitch or something, but it's been hours now. She included my username for a few seconds in part two. I mean, she included like tons of users. She included hundreds of usernames. Like there was all this string of text, and it's like it was like a word jumble. It was just crazy. All right, she included my username for a few seconds in part two, which really confused me. So I tried to clear things up with my comment. I left a nice comment trying to explain things. So I'm very sad and feel really hurt that she hid it. I've been nothing but nice, always supporting her channel, leaving positive comments, and I was actually in the chat for part one, assuming that everything was all good. I even tried to stand up for her and reason with Bryn when I think this means when she threw her under the bus in our private messages. I feel really let down. I guess she thinks I'm not trustworthy because I was communicating with Bryn, but I didn't know any better. No one told me anything or warned me. Does that sound familiar, Sophie? Nobody warned you about Bryn. Nobody warned lots of us about Bryn. Okay? We didn't know. Only Steph knew who Bryn was. Okay? Because Bryn was the one who decided to allow, Steph was the one who decided to allow Bryn to set up all this and to be the right-hand person. Okay? So why does Steph get to play the victim here? I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Okay, I guess she thinks I'm not trustworthy because I was communicating with Brendan, but I didn't know any better. No one told me anything or warned me. I hate all this drama. I wish I would have never joined that stupid Discord. Yes, I think a lot of BJ supporters have been saying that for months now. And it took Steph months to put this out, and she's trying to blame BJ for this? I mean, this doesn't even meet the criteria for science fiction. This is just absurdity. Is it absurdity dress up? Possibly. I don't know. Okay, the same thing. All right. Does this S ever end? I feel like we're stuck in some never-ending loop of a weird social experiment or psyop or something. This is by far the craziest thing I've ever experienced on the interwebs. I refuse to believe that grown-ass women actually behave this way without there being some kind of ulterior motive behind it. I almost hope this actually is some kind of planned attack, only because it would be so much easier to make sense of. That way, I wouldn't completely lose faith in humanity and my sanity. LOL. Was the end goal to cause chaos and turn everyone against BJ via two opposing groups? Things that make you go, yeah. I mean, it's like of the 50 or so people that were in Discord, probably 10 of them went to Team Steph. Probably 10 or 15 of them went to Team Bryn, aka the Carney Army. So the other 25 or so of us were just scattered, wondering what the hell went wrong. And now we're being called trolls just because we didn't pick a side between Bryn and Steph. I mean, that's just like, I mean, how do how do people that are not brain dead think this is acceptable behavior in the year of our Lord 2024? I don't know. Maybe they don't, maybe they're on a different calendar. My personal feeling regarding the bad actors is, because that's a term Brett Grace used a lot, the bad actors. My personal feeling regarding the bad actors is that I do not believe that you, Bonnie, are one of them, nor do I believe that Lori is doing anything intentionally to hurt, and I'm only surprised she has found herself here. I feel everyone simply wishes to be heard, and I understand that on all fronts. I believe you, as well as other parties, have been caught up in something you were ill prepared for, and so I am saddened by it. Okay, so that's another just random person in my inbox giving me some support after, you know, after the last few days of chaos. I'm rewatching your video of Steph, and you are correct. I also see things in her now I never saw before, but I just wanted to say that you have so many, many amazing stories. I love Shane McGowan. Rest in peace. What a good story. The writings that you've shared are seriously like some of the best authors I've read. I've thought that about you from the very first time I heard you read your stuff. If you ever wrote a memoir, it would be a major hit. Like, what a way to go into your later years. God, that's so sweet. And like, I don't even know who this person is, honestly. I don't know if they were in the Discord or not in the Discord. I just know that they've been emailing me at bamandalia@gmail.com. That's BAMANDAHLIA@gmail.com. That's a special email I set up specifically for Steph's server when all the security procedures went in, because I wanted to have this separate from my, you know, other email address that's identifiable to me. And I thought Steph and I were clear on that. I mean, it's so hurtful that not only Steph, but especially Nola Lola and especially Illyria, I didn't have a problem with any of them. So to be scapegoated this way is just, my head is spinning. And it has been spinning for 8 months. And then someone else says, and don't worry, Bonnie, don't let it get to you too much. Seriously, none of these people matter in the grand scheme of things. Go outside and get some fresh air. You can, sending you love. I'm going to do that as soon as I upload this video. I am going to go get fresh air. This is my favorite time of the year. As is like April and May and September and October are my favorite times of the year. And so September and October were robbed from me because of this drama. And I was saying to Lori on some Nola Lola on some chat last night on some channel I didn't even know about before November of last year. Anyway, some drama channel that Nola Lola is a mod for. I was saying to her, I said, this feels like October again. Like, this is ridiculous. This is June. This is June 2024. Okay. This started back in July. This has been going on for almost a year. Give it up already. Give it up. Okay, so then here we got more Goddesses Rising. That surprise copycat creep. Okay. I just wanted to reach out and let you know these people are sick. And if there's anything you can send me to help in my situation, it would be great. And if you have any questions for me, I will do my best to answer. Again, some person I had never heard of before, but they reached out. So on that note, I wish everyone true, true blessings, especially Steph, because Steph, if you just shot me an email at bamandalia@gmail.com and said, Bonnie, I gave Brendan an opportunity to kind of do a video with me last year, and I'd like to give you an opportunity just to reintroduce ourselves and maybe let the world see that we both perhaps misunderstood each other, and perhaps we should have never come across paths, and perhaps we never will again, but we can at least exit stage left like the ladies I believe we both are. On that note,